Hello students, hopefully you have understood exercise 4.1 and also hope you have done those remaining questions with clear understanding, with proper clarity. With that, today we can start exercise 4.2, and questions from this exercise are important from examination point of view. So let's begin. In question number 1, they have asked us to find the roots by using which method? The factorization method. So I'll read out. Find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. Okay. Here we are given 5 different quadratic equations, 1 to 5. And from here, first equation is straightforward, that's very easy. 2 is also easy. 3 is somewhat different, so I'll go for this. 4 is also, we have fraction here, so I also do this. 5, this is similar to previous one, so I will not do this one. Out of this 5, I will do 2. Roman number 3 and 4. Okay. As you can see here, quadratic equations, exercise 4.2 and Roman number 3. Our question is root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Okay. What we had to do here? We had to factorize this and to get the roots. Right? A factorization, no need to be confused or puzzled regarding this topic. Factorization just means middle term. When you are given a quadratic equation and you have to factorize this, that means you can always use middle term. Okay. Whenever we are doing middle term, we can write some terms as it is. And like the name implies, middle term. So we have to do something in the middle only. So let's see. Here in our first term, I can write as it is. That means root 2x square I've written as it is from question. Plus is plus. Then that 7x, now I'm not writing as it is. I am doing something here. Something different. Then last term plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. So take this first and last term is as it is. In second term, what I did? Here you have to be very careful. If we see second term of our question, our variable is what? X. So you can give this x at the end, after bracket. And inside bracket, what sign should you give? You should see just after this second term, what sign is there? We have plus sign. So you can give this plus sign in the middle, inside a bracket. Isn't it? Yes. So first term you have written as it is, third term you have written as it is, and second term, that means middle term also, you have written x and you have given plus. That means now inside bracket, on the left side of plus and on the right side of plus, we need some number. How to get that number? In middle term, you should always see what is the coefficient of x square. In this case, in this question, coefficient of x square is root 2. And what is constant here? Constant is 5 root 2. So whenever we have this coefficient of x square and constant, you can always multiply them. So when we multiply them, what is our actual value? See, in first term we have root 2, in constant we have root 2. So root 2 into root 2 is root 4, isn't it? Nah, don't say like that. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Okay. And I just multiplied with root only. This whole number, natural number 5 is still there. So if we multiply 5 into 2, we are getting 10. Yes, 10. Now you can factorize this 10. what will you do while you factorize 10? You can divide with 2. So 2 5s is 10. Now what sign was there in the middle term? I mean in that second term, when you wrote inside bracket, that was plus. So you add those 2 and 5, and when you add them, you are getting 2 plus 5 becomes 7. Now see in middle term, that is 7x. So 7 is matching. Now also you have, after multiplying, you have to get the value which you get after multiplying coefficient of x square and constant. And while you multiply them, you got 10. So 5 into 2 is what? 10. So second step, this is how we got second step. First step, sorry, just after the question. Then in second step, we can see root 2x square absolute written as it is, and 5 plus 2x, you are just multiplying that one. 5 into x is 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 there as it is, first and last term always as it is. Then next, root 2x square plus 5x. From these two you will take some common. As you can see, x is present in first in first pair, so you can take x common. Then root 2x plus 5. Hopefully you have understood this part. This is very easy. Then plus second pair, 2x plus 5 root 2. See here, you don't have x in both the term, so what can you do? You can just take out some number, and that number is root 2. So root 2 into root 2, we know root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 2, that x, so 2x plus root 2 into 5 is 5 root 2 equal to 0. And in middle term, we know those which are under the bracket, we can write them 1 times, and outside the bracket 1 time. So this is how our ultimate values are. Then either root 2x plus 5 equal to 0 from there, so you find out x, it will be minus 5 by root 2, then here equal to minus root 2. That's as simple as that. Hopefully you've understood this part. In this question, what you have to keep in mind was that you have to multiply coefficient of x square with constant. Okay, now next, Roman number 4. In this equation, we have 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 equal to 0. Here our coefficient is, constant is in fraction. So we can do this in either way. What is the first way? First way is very simple. You can take you can take LCM. LCM, I guess I don't need to explain you. So after taking LCM, this is how we get in the first line, first step, 16x squared minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0, by 8 equal to 0. Then cross multiplication, 0 is 0, so from here it becomes normal middle term. And here this is another method. What exactly you're going to hear is that you see in the question in constant, what was the denominator? 8. So you multiply both LHS and RHS of this equation with it. That's what I did. So 8 into this whole equation, 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 equal to 8 into 0. I told you. And now after multiplying both sides with 8, you see what we're getting in the second step. We are getting 16x square minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0. Now see with earlier method, what was our value in second step? 16x square minus 8x plus 1, 16x square minus 8x plus 1. So see, these steps are same, values are same. So which one you find easier, do it that. No one can give you wrong. And on the right side, from the second step, you'll do normal middle term. Okay, so I hope you'll understand by yourself this particular question. Solve it and show me when we get together once again. Find out the roots of this equation. Okay, this was about our question number 1. I have done these two. Rest you should do at home and show all of them to me. Okay, thank you. Now let's talk about question number 3. Find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. These are the conditions given in this question. There are two numbers. Sum is 27 and product is 182. So we have to be very careful relating to this condition. See, they have given two numbers, so let's write, let the first number be x, then second number equal to 27 minus x. You must be thinking, why I'm writing 27 minus x? They had given sum is 20, sum of two numbers is 27. So why am I giving minus here? That must be in your mind. And for that you have to have some common sense. See here on the right, we know that 10 plus 10 is 20. Okay, and here for first 10 I have written first number, for second 10 I have written second number equal to 20. If I tell you, student, I have not given you any value for suppose second number, I have given you first number and on the right side of 20. So just like you do in geometry, what will you do? The one which you have to find out will keep on left, and the one which you have to, given, you have to take on the right and subtract it. That's what we can do. Common sense comes here. Common sense is applicable here. So improve your understanding skill, common sense skill. Okay. So that's what I have written. Therefore, second number is 27 minus x. They have given sum of two numbers is 27. So if I have already written first number is that one, so second number will be this minus this. Okay. If you don't understand this at one go, then instead of this 10 plus 10, you can write any number. Like suppose 20 plus 20 is 40, or 5 plus 5 is 10, and then first number, second number. You try this on your own. You'll understand this. Okay, and what they have given, sum part we have done, product part remaining. What did they say? They said product of two numbers is 182. Okay, product of two numbers is 182. And what are our two numbers? No, we don't have any particular number like 15 and 20, 30 and 40. No, we don't have any number like this. We were considering them. So first number was x, second number is 27 minus x. So product of two number means product of x and 27 minus x. And 182, that's the value. So if we multiply this, if we expand this, we are getting 27x minus x square equal to 182. Then after that, my mission is to place them in according to standard form. So minus x square plus 27x, then I'm bringing that 182 on the left side. It says, so we are getting minus 182 equal to 0. Then as much as possible, don't keep negative coefficient in front of this x square. Okay, negative sign. And for that, what you have to do, you can take common, and while taking common, you'll take that sign as common which is in front of that x square. So minus common, then minus plus is minus, so I don't need to give any sign in front of x square. Then before 27x we have plus. So to get plus, what do you have to do? Minus the minus is plus. So here after taking common we're getting minus 27x. Then in the above step we have minus 182. How can you get minus? Definitely we have to take minus a plus a is minus. So 182. Then after that, look students, in that common step, what actually I'm doing is I am multiplying both sides with minus 1. You see on LHS, before bracket we don't see any number, that means 1 is definitely there. Similarly on RHS, I have not given minus because either this way or that way, meaning is still same, but on left hand side you have to give minus. And then here, after taking common, we are getting with proper sign x square minus 27x plus 182 equals 0. From here you have to do middle term, again normal one. Then this will go on. At the end you let either x minus 14 equal to 0, x this equal to 0, and then therefore first number equal to x equal to 14. Our first number, we would consider first number be x, so first number x equal to 14. Then second number 27 minus x, so second number 27 minus x, x is what, 14 equal to, so if we calculate it we are getting 30. Look, in this case I have written first number directly is 14, then second number is 13. You've seen either or case, we have written x equal to 14 or x equal to 13. That means in place of that x, you can put 14 or 13. It's up to you. Both are correct. First number is 14 according to this one. Then second number is 13. Now, instead of first number, in place of x, you put 13. Then what will happen in second number? 27 minus 13. Because x we consider 13. So 27 minus 13 is 14. So this or that way answer is correct. It's up to you which with which method you feel more comfortable or which one you'd like to go with. Okay, that's all. Thanks. Now we shall be doing question number 5. I won't do 4 because this question is pretty much similar to the one that you did in exercise 4.1. I told you about consecutive in numbers. Whenever you are given consecutive numbers, you should always consider x and x plus 1. And here they are saying sum, so x plus 1, and one more condition is their square, so you have to give square with them. That's all I can say. And on the RHS you have to give 365. So try understanding this. Now in question number 5, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than the base. If the hypotenuse is 13 cm, find the other two sides. Okay. The altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. So altitude is 7 cm less than its base. That means, according to question, we already know what base is. What base is? Look, we can get the value of altitude only when we know the value of base. So how will we proceed? You see the question. You see my diagram. This is a right triangle. You can give any name, A, B, C, P, Q, R, L, M, N, up to you. What they say? They have said, hypotenuse is given 13 cm, so I've given here 13. And they said altitude is 7 cm less than its base. Okay? And we know altitude means height. And the base, look, we don't know exactly what is the measurement of that base. We cannot write directly like 10 cm, 11 cm. So we always have to begin with some variables. So we are beginning with x. So let the base be x centimeter. Now that we have assumed that base is x, altitude, to find altitude they have given some condition that altitude is 7 cm less than its base. So altitude less means minus, so x minus 7 cm, and hypotenuse is given this one. And in right triangle, if we know this hypotenuse, altitude and base, we can definitely use Euclid's division lemma, isn't it? No, not Euclid's division lemma, boys and girls. Not Euclid's division lemma. What can we use in right triangle? Yes, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So that's what I did here. Here you can see AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Here AB square is hypotenuse, is not it? See the diagram? Is not it, Raj? AB square is hypotenuse. What's it? No, AB square is not hypotenuse. AB square is base. Okay, none or base also. AB square is altitude. Okay, plus BC square. BC square. This BC. What is this BC? BC is simply base equal to AC square. This AC is simply hypotenuse. Okay. According from a diagram itself, we can write all the values here. Like, what's the value of AB? X minus 7 whole square plus, what's the value of BC? X, and what's hypotenuse? 13. So with them you will put this square everywhere. So x minus 7 whole square, this is in the form of a minus b whole square, so that's why you can use a minus b whole square below, plus x square is x square, then 13 square is 169. From there, x square and x square, they are like terms, so you can add them, then minus 14x plus 49, then you can bring that 169 towards LHS, then this, then here in the next step you can take common 2, 14, 120. You see in this all these terms they are even, so they are definitely going with 2, so you can take 2 common, then this comes out to be like this. Then x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0, and then x square minus 12 minus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. Hopefully you can understand by yourself how this 12 minus 5, I got this 12 minus 5 here. Then x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. Then again, after taking common here, we are getting like this. So either x minus 12 equal to 0 or x plus 5 equal to 0. Here I am getting x equal to 12, x equal to minus 5. Now see these two together. One is positive, one is negative. One x is positive, one x is negative. And what did we consider at the beginning? What was x at the beginning? Let the base be x centimeter. See? So, whenever in right triangle, whenever you write a measurement, do you write something like minus 10 centimeter, minus 2 centimeter, like that? No. You only write positive value like 7 centimeter, 10 centimeter. So, length of or measurement or value of any right triangle can never be negative. But here we are getting negative. X is negative. X we consider base, and base is one side of right triangle, so this can never be negative. That's what I am writing. But x cannot be negative as length cannot be negative. Therefore, what is remaining then? If we take out the negative, this positive one is remaining, x equal to 12. For base x equal to 12, then altitude we consider x minus 7, and our x here is 12, so 12 minus 7 is 5 centimeter. Okay, so this was explanation about question number 5. I've done those, I've explained those questions which are important from the examination point of view, and question number 4 is for you, that regarding consecutive positive integers. So with this I am finishing exercise 4.2. You should also finish it by tonight, and keep practicing all this exercise, because once we assume our class, I'm going to take tests. Okay, thank you.